All right, Truffle Shuffle Podcast, episode 2. And this time we're not going to be talking about COVID anymore, because people are sick of it. There it is. There's the sound effects. All right, so today to my right I have Clay Payne, and to my left we have a special guest. Please introduce yourself with your best dad noise.
Austin Rains.
Fantastic.
What's going on?
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
It's good to be here, boys.
Is it?
It's good to be
really?
back. It's good to be back.
How many people have died in this basement? That's
Exactly
Only
4,
3.
and they are buried right here.
Only 3.
It's a
pool
creepy
table.
basement, isn't
The
it?
pool
It feels
table
like,
is shading everything.
it almost feels like the walls are from The Shining.
They're
Doesn't it?
definitely from the
Very shining.
Next time we'll use your basement, Clay.
And Alaric has 2 children that stand in the doorway that
That's
say,
a
"Come
low
play
blow?"
with us."
That's a low blow, but I live in Washington Township, so I'll let it slide.
Washington Township.
Yeah.
All right, well,
the bougie-
Mr. Rains, let's start with you.
Is this an interview?
Yes, it is
Oh,
now.
God.
You have recently become a father.
This is your audition. tape.
Congratulations,
Daddy.
Daddy,
okay,
chill.
okay, Daddy.
Daddy Reigns.
Daddy Reigns. Yeah, she's
Daddy
legendary.
Reigns.
she's legendary. Okay.
Yes.
Some stay dry, but
So little baby Elliot, how's she doing?
She's rocking it.
She rocking it?
Adorable.
Oh,
She's kicking
look at
it.
the
The
little.
cutest
currently
picture.
showing
Everybody
a
listening
picture
is like,
of the cute little baby.
You're allowed to cuss. You can say it.
She's
He said,
the
"What
shit.
the?"
What the beep?
You have to beep every time. Every time you say "fuck," you have to beep.
Yeah, she's the shit.
Good timing.
Little late.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's a stereotypical question, but what's your favorite part about being a dad so far?
It's got to be the shitty diapers. I mean,
I don't miss those because I still have them.
yeah.
We're not
Me
talking
too.
about
The other
you,
day,
Alaric.
she literally had a legit human shit. And I said,
Well,
This
I don't
is
know if you know
nuts.
this, but babies are humans too.
they are.
Okay, I need to ask Austin, have you had your "oh shit, I'm actually a dad" moment yet?
Yeah.
Where you're like,
Yeah,
when it
Where
was
you're like,
crowning.
when you're like changing this baby, you picked her
Right
up,
about
and it was
the
like, I'm a dad.
Yeah, it was at like 1:30 in the morning while she's screaming, something like that.
Banged my head against the ground. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a dad.
I'm
I
about
think-
to lose my shit.
I think Oliver was 8 months old, and I had that moment. I was like,
Took that long, huh?
well,
Oh, Jesus.
where it hits you, right? Where it's
Yeah.
just like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm a dad, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is my kid, but it's like,
What was he doing?
I just picked him up.
He's
And he
picking his
goes-
nose, looking
He
at
goes,
it, like,
dad, dad, dad,
Oh,
and I
That's
went,
the cool.
oh my
that's
God.
the coolest thing ever.
zoom in, zoom
I'm
out.
a dad.
sometimes. Oh,
Did-
so
did it-
cute.
So she just started saying dad, 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 dad. It's awesome.
At least she's
It's
not
the best
saying
thing
mama.
ever. She is.
She's
She is.
4
But this is
or
the thing.
5
So my
months?
wife has thought the entire time that she's saying mom, 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 like
But she's
mama.
really saying, "Da, da, da."
But really, we got this thing from the daycare, and it says mom, 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 ma is food. I said,
What?
ha!
You're just going up to her
You
like
thought it was you. The
it's like on
entire
Family Guy
time.
when Peter and Joe's bird, you're just like dad, 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 like all day long. And she's just, dad, yeah.
Yeah.
First word.
So, no, it's pretty cool.
Did she do the? Did she do like the where she grabs your finger and just
yeah.
holds it real tight?
Yeah, yeah, she's
Oh.
super advanced.
You don't have an ex-girlfriend like that.
What the hell?
She
but
just
the
holds
little
his-
finger
she was tight.
was his penis.
Barely fit.
No, it was a pinky
I would like
finger.
to say it was my thumb. Okay.
Yep. You know what a can of tuna looks like?
It's more like a cheese wheel.
A cheese wheel.
Won't touch the bottom, but it'll definitely
Stretch out the edges.
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
terrific.
So Elliot's what, 4 or 5 months now?
Nice try. She's about 8 months.
She is not.
Yeah, she is.
She's
No,
almost
she,
8
I,
months.
I saw her literally like 2 weeks ago, and I swear you said she was 4 months old.
You were wrong.
That
Okay,
was also
well.
4 months ago, so.
She was about 7 months at that point when I saw you. So she's almost 8 months.
All right. I think
So
he did say 7.
I
Okay.
do have to tell the story about seeing Dylan a couple weeks ago.
Ooh, do tell.
What?
So we're at
normal story.
Windmill Farm.
Would you like some
Which
I
is
music?
was
what you
there
do
last weekend.
when you're like a
Ohio.
Midwestern Dayton
Did you do the
person
hayride?
going to a
And you want to do a hayride? What the fuck?
Lay down some
Sensual.
music. Tell the story.
Very
Austin.
loud over
Yes,
our
this
voices.
is loud.
So we're at Windmill Farm.
I have already adjusted the levels. It only sounds loud to us.
Not enough.
You guys suck.
You can't see him, but Alaric is pissed.
Alaric.
Carry on, Austin.
Anyway, for the love of God,
Windmill Farms.
we're at Windmill
Dylan.
Farm.
You see a redhead
And
across the.
I had to get myself a piece of fudge. Myself fudge.
I looked at the
course.
fudge. I did not purchase, but I looked.
It was delicious.
It always is.
Anyway, so we're sitting there in the pumpkin patch eating our fudge.
That
And I
sounds
look
like a
over.
euphemism for something.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Austin
Me
is
and
literally
Taylor were
chowing down on a piece of
That
fudge.
has to be recorded and used in the future.
Oh, we will most definitely be making a clip of that.
That's gonna
Sound
be a new
bites.
TikTok sound. So I was in the pumpkin patch eating my fudge.
And I look over, and this redhead has his shirt unbuttoned in way too many ways.
I'm wearing a flip. What the hell? We should never
It's
give
got,
him this
like-
much power.
It's got like 3 or 4 buttons unbuttoned, and I'm like, that's Dylan. And Taylor said, I'm calling
Wow.
him. So she calls him.
You serious?
We're serious.
What the hell?
And we meet his girlfriend.
That's a weird thing to say.
I'm
Isn't
The
it?
way
Her
you
name?
said girlfriend
What's her name?
made me think.
Allison.
It made me think you were saying girlfriend.
He's like, I don't want to say her name because it's the other one.
Yeah.
He caught me with someone who wasn't Allison.
Allison. Yeah, I met Allison for the first time. And Dylan's just really awkward around babies.
What? What?
I am too. I apologize. I'm just like,
Dylan's
yep.
like, oh yeah, hi baby. He's like wiggling his finger in front of her, and he's like
I treat them like puppies
Ew.
too. I'm sorry, I do. I'm like, oh, it's cute, but I don't want to hold
don't
it.
do
I'm sorry.
that to my daughter. That's weird.
You figured
Anyway.
it.
It's
That's
not
not-
mine. I panicked. I didn't know what to
I started
do.
to say something. I was like,
I
yeah.
panicked.
I panicked, so I threw a finger up.
Wag my finger in her face.
Do you like open?
So that's my seeing Dylan 2 weeks ago story.
Now, can we go back to
There
this?
was no climax.
Can we go back to this? Too many buttons
Oh
are
my
open.
God.
I'm wearing a flannel shirt
I
and I
love
have
it.
the top
God.
button opened.
He feels attacked.
Dylan, you had at least 3 buttons down.
Even
Do
your
not-
even
do
your
not
wife
lie.
said that is one button.
Dylan,
Even your
one button
whoa.
is too many buttons.
Okay, why am I being attacked like
So even one is
What
too many.
have you been doing with these sound clips?
Dude, he's down
Way to
here.
break the fourth wall, Dylan.
He's down here cutting them up. So yeah, so way too many buttons. I saw way too much of Dylan's chest.
Did you feel like you were over in the town where Footloose was based? And you looked across and you saw him?
Beaumont.
I'm sorry, I'm not a musical person. It's not cool to say that. He goes,
Beaumont.
he's in Beaumont, okay?
What the?
Quit sniffling in the microphone.
So yeah, so you're like the what is that, supporting role? Or,
Background actor
No,
is
he's the
what I
wife
think.
beater.
he's the wife.
I think it's actually called. I think it's actually called an extra. He's the guy in the
Featured
background.
extra.
Ricky
You could easily
What's his
be replaced with a
Chuck.
potato.
Chuck. Not even close.
It's even worse than you thought it was.
If you look on the character
Chuck.
list, he's all the way at the bottom. Chuck. That,
I-
don't
Chuck
believe it.
Cranston.
I totally forget what I was.
He says, "Are
cast
you
as in
dancing?"
Footloose in high school. But
He's-
all I remember is
You got cast. You got cast as the uncle,
yeah, whatever.
Dad vibes.
which was
Hard
was
bad
played by
vibes.
Ryan.
He's playing Sean's role, remember?
Yeah, no, I remember that, but
Except I'm not making out with my friend's sister this time.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Or I'm not making out with my girlfriend's older sister.
Yikes.
Who is this?
Sean, when he played Chuck in Footloose,
He
he
was
was
making
dating
out
Haley
with
at the time, but he
my
was
wife's
making out with
sister.
Chelsea.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I thought he was.
I think literally everybody kissed Haley before Alaric did. So.
wow.
For the record, I did not.
Wow. That's his wife.
Wow. Yeah. Piece of shit.
I know what I said. I stand by it.
We have pictures to prove it.
So,
Money.
money. I love that.
Let's tell that story. Let's tell that story about whenever I got to kiss Alaric's wife, and then he pissed her off, and we kissed for longer.
I was told not to talk about that story, but maybe if we hit 50 episodes.
Okay. 50 episodes.
All right. Thanks for joining us here on the
A lot of digressions.
You're giving me a face across the table like we haven't talked about other shit already.
Should we get into some segments?
Yeah, we could do start doing some segments.
Let's see what's
Segments
going
are-
on in
segments are good.
Florida, man.
Today in Florida Man history.
You guys have too much time here.
What are you talking about? They didn't do shit. This is all me.
Florida man pulls kid's
I did
tooth by
research this
tying
morning at 8
Tying
a.m.
it to Chevy Camaro speeding away. Nice.
We all read
Last
that
week,
exact
my
same-
Florida man story was, like when you do Florida man and then your birthday.
Mhm.
Mine was man bit on tongue by rattlesnake he was trying to kiss.
Nice.
And
Yep.
also, the Hamburglar was mine. Was it the Hamburglar?
The Hamburglar. All right,
So
Alaric, what do you got?
today in Florida Man history, back in 2019 on this day, Florida man arrested for having sex with stuffed Olaf at Target.
Was this
Boy.
in the wintertime?
Boy, let it go.
A Florida man was arrested Tuesday after being caught having sex with stuffed animal inside Target.
Did it get stuck? And he's like,
Jesus.
let it go.
Witnesses told police they saw Cody Meter, 20. That dude does not look 20. I'm looking at this picture. This
Let's
man
see.
is at least 30.
Drugs.
That is
Lots of
not a
Florida
fucking
mans.
That's what drugs
20-year-old.
will do
That
to you.
is a Florida man with a lot of heroin and cocaine.
That is
and
your
whatever.
average Florida 20-year-old.
They said they saw him take a large Olaf from Frozen off the store shelves at St. Petersburg location and began dry humping the toy.
Did he stick it in the freezer first?
They claim he ejaculated on the Olaf doll and put it back on the shelf
Sleep in it.
before
Sleep in
he
it, pig.
selected a large stuffed unicorn to have sex with that too.
Where's the horn going? Where's the horn going?
What the?
I'll say the same thing I said last week. I want to move to Florida so bad.
Oh man, Florida.
Sounds
Oh.
If I saw a guy humping an Olaf, I'd mind my own motherfucking business. I'd walk away.
Wow.
You kidding me, Clay? You'd watch him finish.
You're right. Try his face.
What's that
All right.
song that Olaf sings in Frozen?
The summer song?
Yeah.
He's like, in summer.
in summer.
This one's a little less crazy, but
Well, that's a good
a
one.
year
The
ago,
bar set pretty high.
a year ago, Florida man accused of using Kool-Aid packets to steal nearly $1,000 in Walmart merchandise.
Using Kool-Aid packets.
Florida man was
stealing
arrested.
$1,000 worth of Kool-Aid packets. That's like 10 billion packets.
Got them bitches for 25 cents today.
Damn.
24 cents.
It's on sale.
I used my Kroger card and got some.
Officer deputies said he hid the powdered drink packets in his hand while scanning expensive items. In turn, he each scanned the item at the
Oh my
self-checkout
God, this guy's a genius.
register.
That's not a dumb person. That's a smart
That is
person.
a
that
smart
just
man.
got caught.
Smart man just got caught.
Nothing like going to prison over Kool-Aid.
Oh, I don't
Well, no,
know
he was
that.
scanning.
No, he was
oh,
stealing
I'm
real
gonna buy an
things,
iPhone, and he
It's
but
scanned.
scanning Kool-Aid
Listen,
packets.
Listen.
So he had it, like, right here.
Oh,
And
I
he's
thought
like-
he was stealing the Kool-Aid packets.
That's
Moron.
someone was here though.
Oh.
Florida man steals 4,000 Kool-Aid packets.
So he's stealing the bigger things while scanning
Yeah.
Kool-Aid
I was
packets.
gonna say, hey, it depends on the flavor.
How many? How
Orange.
much did he think he stole?
Ew.
$960 some dollars. It's
do that
at
math.
24 cents a
You
piece.
can't
It's
do that
like
math in your head.
just short of 4,000.
I went to a Carrollton.
No.
I don't work at a hospital. Just kidding.
Oh,
All right,
Lordy.
that's a lot.
225
That's a lot of
exactly.
Yeah.
So it would be. They were 25 cents a piece.
All right.
How
Should
are
we
you
do Clay's or Dylan's next? Clay, you got some stuff for this week?
You want me to? Yeah. We'll do it on Austin this time. Oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
So get on your knees
Let's do it.
Oh boy.
And close your eyes.
and put your chin up like
Clay's
a boxer.
shitty jokes of the week.
That song fits it.
They'll make him laugh.
All right,
Nailed
Clay,
it.
what are your shitty jokes of this week?
All right. I feel like that is way too loud.
Are they shrimply the best?
I have a couple shellfish jokes. Why don't pirates take a bath before they walk the plank?
Why?
Because they just wash up on shore.
So the goal here is to see how many he can say before he gets you to laugh.
Or anybody just to
Okay.
laugh, except for Alaric.
Okay.
Did you hear about the racing snail who got rid of his shell? He thought it would make him faster, but it just made him sluggish.
I see a smirk.
What's the least spoken language in the world?
I don't know.
Sign language. I sold our vacuum cleaner. It's just gathering dust.
I thought that was going to be a wife joke.
All right, here we go.
Sorry.
This is the last one.
All right.
A turtle is crossing the road when he's mugged by two snails. When the police ask him what happened, the shaken turtle replies, "I don't know. It all happened so fast."
All right.
And that's it for
Right there.
Clay's Shitty Jokes of the Week.
There was a success, not
Very
even a
nice.
chuckle
Good job.
out of Austin.
You got a chuckle out of me.
Last week's a little better.
The sluggish.
You can say the
I
bagel
like,
jokes.
Do you
I
wanna
like
hear-
the sign
Should I
language.
The bagel
tell him
jokes
at
is
least?
better.
The one that said, what was it?
And John.
Oh,
What's so good is they won't be able to hear that.
What is it?
We don't have a camera on us, thank God.
what did I just miss?
Just talking about sign language.
For the politically correct people out there, he is not doing sign language.
No, I am not.
Oh, man.
And I said, good thing they can't hear us.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Well,
Let's
that
take
was
a
sir, a
second.
popular segment.
Let's take a second to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, we have sponsors, baby!
I know we talked about it last week, but we officially do have Taco Bell as a sponsor, baby!
Can't believe he fucking
Taco Bell
got it.
breakfast is back. So swing on down and get yourself a breakfast crunch wrap or a grande toasted breakfast burrito. Thank you, West Carrollton location, for sponsoring us. You're the best.
Austin, if your daughter could see the dance that you just did right now.
I know, she'd be disappointed in me. That's awesome. It's got the Taco Bell bell in the back. That's ridiculous.
Did you put the bell in there? And our other sponsor is Barron's Barber Shop in West Carrollton.
All right, Barron.
Come on down to Barron's Barber Shop if you're looking for quality and want to take a step into history with antique stools and registers. Barron has been cutting hair for over 3 decades and has the skills to style your hair with class. Maybe you just need a trim, or maybe you want to try a new style. Whatever your needs, Barron is the man with the plan. Make sure to bring cash, and be sure to mention we sent you.
Here to get my hair cut. Truffle Shuffle said come down here.
Also,
Free!
from my
Let's
wife, she says if I catch y'all eating Taco Bell in my basement again, I'm selling all your microphones on eBay.
Didn't
She
she
only
bring
get
the
$10
Taco
a
Bell
piece.
to us last time?
Terrific.
She's pissed that you're eating Taco Bell.
I don't know why she doesn't want to
There's
see Taco
ramen
Bell
on
in
the
the
pool
basement.
table.
There's ramen on the pool table.
I wasn't expecting that. Austin saw that the minute he came down here. He's like, I'm going to throw this shit in there
Sounds
somewhere.
good.
Oh, God. That was funny.
Oh, for the love of God.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, Clay.
Oh, that's great.
We got
All
our
right.
we got our pentagram of breakfast salsa. from
It is
Taco Bell.
a sun, and it is nice and hot.
Oh,
Amazing,
I
that's
see
what I
what you
picked
did
up.
there.
That was legendary.
Anyways,
All right,
So,
All right, moving on.
moving on to,
the podcast.
I guess, Dylan's dumbasses of the week.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Oh, no music?
Oh,
No.
hold on.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
It's dumbass of the week.
I don't have anything.
No,
You're the dumbass
that's
of the
not
week.
good. Dylan's
Okay.
dumbasses of the week.
So let's see. This week's dumbass, we're gonna talk about the glory of natural selection. Now, this is a story back from whenever I used to work at the restaurant out there, but when I worked...
And what restaurant is that, Dylan?
Out where?
Out in California.
Out in California.
And we know that there's a lot of dumbasses in California.
We sure do.
So,
There used to be a redhead.
there's one less dumbass in California.
And now he's in Ohio.
Anyway,
So I worked at a steak and seafood restaurant out there, and we had a salad
stars.
called the Shellfish Cobb Salad. All the shellfish is on top, and then you mix it together with dressing. You know, it's fancy. Lady orders it out on the patio on a lovely California day. She eats half of it, including all the shellfish. Then she begins to turn red. And she grabs me, and she says, "Excuse me, was there shellfish in this salad?" And I'm not even joking, this is real. And I said, "What did you order?" She said, "The Shellfish Cobb Salad." I said, "Yep." Are you fucking kidding me? And I go, "Yes." I point to the plate. I'm like, "You still got some on the plate?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's all shellfish." And she goes, "I'm highly allergic."
Well, you better get going.
We had to call an ambulance. She got taken out on a stretcher, and I hope she died.
And then Dylan stretched her out.
Still eating the salad.
She's still eating the salad.
Am I allergic?
I mean, that's natural selection. This
Did she
lady's
pay for
getting
her
picked
meal?
off at
That
one
is just
point.
California.
Did she at least pay for her meal?
It's probably what it was, is that she gave herself a containment issue so that she didn't
She
have
ate
to
a
pay.
peanut.
She's like, "I'm highly allergic to peanuts." Man, we don't have peanuts. Then what is this bag I found with peanuts on the floor?
I brought this from home. Why is it here? But no, yeah, she ate the whole salad,
Wow.
got taken out on a stretcher, and she was all red, and she was starting to swell up too. Whenever she left, they stabbed her with like one of those,
EpiPens?
yeah, one of those EpiPens. Taxpayer
You
dollars.
stabbed her?
No, they did. I watched her.
He definitely did say he stabbed her. I'm just imagining Dylan going in and out, in and out. I can't, like, what is
not
that, Horrible
working.
Bosses? Where he
Oh,
stabbed
horrible balls.
It's not working.
Little jabs. How about little jabs?
Stabbed him 82 times.
My boss, who we're planning on killing anyways, dying in front of you, and you save his life?
Well, if we quote the whole movie, then we're gonna have to pay copyright laws. So.
Anyway,
But that's my dumbass of the week. Yes,
That's it?
this is why I believe in natural selection. Just
yeah.
let them go.
So I have a few stories that we can, unless Austin, would you like to, you have stories you want to talk about?
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
Terrific.
Fantastic.
And we're back.
Terrific.
So the first one is, unfortunately, Alec Baldwin. It sounds like some of us
Too
have
soon to be
heard-
laughing about
Too
this.
soon.
That's
I'm
that's
not laughing that
messed
the
up.
person died. It's just kind
Anyways,
of
I
an
started
interesting
blasting.
story. There's not a meme of Alec Baldwin's face over top of Danny DeVito where it says. So anyway, I started blasting on the screen right now. Totally, there's not. Don't look at it. So let's chat about this. This
Yeah.
is kind of an interesting story. It was
Yeah.
on the set of a movie, and then
Pretty sad.
Called
It's
Rust.
very sad.
Called Rust. He's both an
Best
actor in it
ever.
and he's the producer.
This is not his first action role either.
I thought you were going to say,
Like,
this is
he's-
not his first
He's
shooting.
had a lot.
It's like,
Not the first person he shot.
he's taken the lives of many.
But he's
Jesus
done a
Christ.
lot of action movies before where he's had to handle guns. So I'm amazed that by now he hasn't gotten in the habit of checking the chamber and checking the magazines on any guns that he's given.
Well, they say even if it's a prop gun, like if it's blanks
Always
and stuff
check.
like that,
Always check.
if it's on film, if it's on stage, whatever, you never point it directly at them. You put it slightly off to the side.
In his defense, a crew member did yell "cold gun." Before he-
Cold gun.
means there's nothing in the chamber.
Well, see,
as he
this-
handed Alec Baldwin the prop weapon.
Yeah.
This is where it's going to come back, is because he is the producer, so it will come back on him no matter what, because he's responsible for hiring the people on the set. But if he was just the actor, would he be at fault, or would it be more so on the prop master?
Whoever is holding the gun is ultimately at fault.
But if the prop
gun's
person
fault.
is the
It's not
one
his fault.
setting all the props up, and they give it to him,
It
saying,
doesn't matter. It is
I
the
don't-
responsibility of anybody holding a firearm
Oh, wait,
to
wait,
always
whoa,
check
whoa,
the
whoa.
but it's a
chamber.
prop.
Hold on,
It doesn't matter. Prop or
What?
prop or not.
I'm so confused right now.
Oh,
The
boy.
rounds were accidentally fired on October 16th by Baldwin's stunt double after he was told the gun was cold.
What site are you on?
Google? Oh, never mind. Back that one up. CNN.
He said Google.
I'm trying to get to where it talks about like what happened.
But I
No,
heard,
it was Baldwin's stunt double.
I heard
It
there was a
wasn't Baldwin.
live round in it.
It wasn't Baldwin.
I don't understand.
I'm so confused. I thought
I am
everybody
too.
said it was Alec Baldwin, but
I'm sorry, Clay. I thought you said you did the research.
I was not going to read it until we got here so we could all react the way we reacted. I'm very
I'm
confused.
seeing this. Alec Baldwin's armorer worried she wasn't ready for the job. Well, you weren't.
You probably shouldn't do
So
that.
I think
then.
Baldwin.
Alec was told the firearm was
Oh,
unloaded.
he handed it to the. So the prop guy handed it to him and was like, "Hey, this gun is not loaded." And then he handed it to his stunt double.
Because I heard that they were rehearsing some sort of stunt or like an action scene or something.
Okay, here we
like
go. Instead, the gun was loaded with 2 live rounds, and when Baldwin pulled the trigger, this is very confused.
Either way,
This is very confused. There's
Either
like
way,
7
whoever
different.
had the gun should have checked the chamber beforehand.
But see, the one I'm reading right here doesn't say anything about his stunt double. It says
I just saw
claimed
2
that a
of them
gun
said
being
that.
handed to actor Alec Baldwin on Thursday was unloaded.
I don't know why those 2 said that. I mean, of course it's CNN, but
I haven't heard anything about a stunt double from anywhere else.
Yeah.
So
CNN
first
said
time
there
I've
was a
heard
stunt
anything
double,
about it.
and someone else did.
I also heard that they've had like 3 or 4 misfires, like days prior, and like staff
On this
members.
production?
Yeah, staff members were like
Well-
texting people and be like, "This shit's not safe."
Oh.
It's from what I'm reading, it's a revolver, and I don't know if our listeners know much about guns, but revolvers you can see that there's one in the chamber. It's not very hard to
Right.
see. Oh, I can go.
And it's
But
an
then
old
again, they didn't know
revolver,
if it
too.
was-
Like if you look at it,
Because
not-
it's supposed to be like an old western
Yeah,
that they're
right.
filming,
It
right?
takes place in the 1880s or something,
Yeah.
right?
wow.
Kind of like the one on the right of the meme that we don't have up.
I think there's a conspiracy here.
I'm very confused why there's like different things.
I saw.
All right, this is
Oh,
what
no,
I've
why
got.
did you
saw
say
This
the
is what I've got.
funniest
Fun,
freaking
you know.
tweet about it, and this person is dead serious. And
I'm not on
Trump
Twitter
did it.
anymore.
no,
No.
a blue check mark on Twitter, meaning that they're verified users,
Oh boy.
shared the article from The Guardian and said, "Might the prop gun have been secretly loaded with real bullets by a Trump supporter to punish Alec Baldwin for his Trump parodies? Should be a line of inquiry."
Oh my
Yes,
God.
somebody
And on to the
infiltrated.
next
We're
story.
moving right
Oh,
past that
very
because
good.
that's got too much fucking going on there.
Well, what if there was a hit?
This
So-
says the gun used by Baldwin was one of 3 firearms that had been placed on a cart by Hannah Gutierrez, who was identified as the armorer for the film. The Associated Press reported. Halls was unaware. Who's Halls? What the hell? Who the hell is? Oh, Assistant Director Halls. Halls was unaware live rounds were inside the firearm he grabbed and handed to Baldwin. A detective wrote in an application for the search warrant, the AP reported. Okay. How live rounds came to be inside a firearm intended for a movie shooting still remain a mystery.
Somebody put him there.
Yeah, somebody put him.
Somebody
They
wanted
don't just
somebody
hop into
back.
the gun.
A live round should never be on a film set.
I think somebody was trying to hurt somebody, and they did.
It does sound intentional because
It's
it's
very
it's
intentional
different
sounding.
if the blank
Wasn't
injured
there an
somebody
episode
because
of
that
Bones
happened in
like
The Crow.
this?
I believe so.
I'm sure, yeah.
It was a good episode too.
This is a great episode of like CSI or Bones.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, cut that
Investigate-
out. Cut that out. So they
They're
don't steal it.
standing over the actress like
Investigators
She was
are
about to be a
attempting to
star.
determine what type of projectile was in the firearm. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office obtained the search warrant Friday as part of efforts to investigate the shooting. Rust Movie Productions, the company behind the film, is also conducting its own review of what happened. The company's statement came amid reports that some crew members were unhappy about the level of gun safety on the movie set.
Sounds like it. I'd be worried. 2 people were shot.
The number of rounds fired in the incident was unclear. Gutierrez handed over the firearm used by Baldwin to responding police officers after they arrived on the scene.
He just started blasting. All right, next story.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be a lot different if it was like the blank that killed Brandon Lee
All right,
in
so
The Crow, because like that was an actual prop gun that just had
And it was a blank.
and it was a blank, and it was just really close, and I don't know,
Still don't understand the concept.
shit went wrong, but a live bullet is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So the next story is gonna make everybody who procrastinates want to not procrastinate ever again.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Why is that?
I procrastinate all the time.
$16 million lottery ticket spent weeks in oblivious winner's wallet.
Wow.
I don't play the lottery, but damn.
Done that? Wouldn't that be like? Oh, I wonder. I'll go check it out.
How many
see what
weeks?
happens. Let's see here. Canadian.
I mean, I don't procrastinate when it comes to money, so
Right, I'm on top of that shit.
because I have no
It just
money.
says
lottery.
spent. It just says spent weeks in there. So 2 months.
2 months.
Nearly 2 months.
Sat on a winning ticket for 2 months.
He said he was visiting Winnipeg for his daughter's wedding, and there's the ticket in his wallet. He took it to the
Canadians.
store, used a scanner, and he said, "I saw a bunch of zeros." I said, "Cool, I won $20,000." And he said the storage clerk told him to take a second look. I didn't know what she was talking about until I scanned it again, and I saw there were a few more zeros than I originally thought. Knott had won $16 million, 20 million Canadian in their. I'm not gonna say that.
So
The
it's
winner
Loony
said his
in their
he
loony.
plans-
Is that what it's called?
Do what now?
Was their money called in Canada the loony?
Loonies and toonies.
It's Canadian.
Those are the coins.
Ruples.
Ruples.
Something ruples.
Rubles.
They're like red rubies.
But in
Yes.
America, we just call
Just
them
carry
Canadian
around
dollars.
satchels.
We just call them monopoly
These
money.
are my ruples.
Nobody.
Nothing costs an actual
They
amount. You just throw a
strictly-
sack of rubies.
The Canadian currency is strictly magic beans.
Legumes. Magic legumes.
Magic legumes.
All right, the next one is these two gentlemen you see on your screen here.
Hold on, wait. Wait.
Why don't you guys guess what these
Is this,
idiots did?
This looks like every other guy that lives in West Carrollton. Like, that's real.
Oh,
This-
we graduated with them.
Yeah, right.
This happened in Arkansas.
Arcade.
What do you think happened to these two? We should do that as a segment. Mugshot guesses.
Oh,
That's a good
that
idea.
is brilliant.
So what do you think these two men did?
You really want us to guess?
Yeah, guess. Go ahead. What's your best guess on this?
I think that they may have remade Brokeback Mountain.
And they're in for copyright infringement.
Dylan? Dylan, what's your guess? What's your guess on this one?
Oh boy, they don't look like they're related. So I'm gonna say the guy on the left. Let's say the guy on the left was sleeping with the guy on the right's
No
mother.
gay shit.
So
Yeah,
the real question is,
Allison's
Austin,
sister.
which one is Jake Gyllenhaal?
Definitely the right one. Look at that thing. So these two men took turns shooting each other while wearing bulletproof vests.
That-
Oh, yeah, I know about that story.
America.
Marcus.
How's that a crime though?
Charles
That's-
Ferry.
Wait a minute.
This is supposed to be the land of the free.
Hold on,
Mutual
1 second.
combat.
If I want to shoot my buddy with a bulletproof
If I
vest,
told you one of these guys was 30 or 36 and the other one was 50, which I don't know which one's which. They both look like they're 50 years
I'm
old.
guessing the guy with the beard's the 50-year-old.
See, no, I can
By
see
that
I'm
layup.
thinking the guy on the
36-year-old.
left is the 36
Well,
year
with
old.
that layup,
Maybe.
it's got to be like switcheroo style.
I don't know. He's got the cold.
The other guy's gray.
Also, the 50-year-old's just barely clearing 6 feet. Like, look at that. Like he's like.
But he's
barely
there.
clearing
The
that.
other
He's
guy's
there.
over it.
He's right on it.
I work
Right
with
on
a
the
guy
money.
who started
They're-
going
okay,
gray
so
when he
they
was 16,
are
and he's
being-
only 27.
they
He's
are
got
being-
like salt pepper hair.
They are being investigated
Jesus Christ.
in connection with aggravated assault. At first, the men tried to cover up their stupidity by telling a different story. When they showed up at the hospital complaining of pain in their chest. After being shot multiple times in the back and chest, police immediately began to investigate hearing of the incident. Ferris told deputies that he was protecting a man he called his asset, but his wife let the cat out of the bag.
His wife
No,
told on
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he was
His wife was
shooting
like,
the
no, they're
guy.
just fucking shooting each other.
Idiot.
I'm protecting my asset.
You serious?
Leslie Ferris said her husband was wearing a bulletproof vest while he and Hicks were drinking on the outside deck.
Of course.
Ferris told Banks to shoot him.
Sounds
Shoot
about
him!
right.
He said, shoot him. As one does, is what it says. And Hicks complied with a .22 caliber. Oh, it's not even that much.
Oh, is it 22?
The single gunshot.
Still a fucking gun.
The single gunshot
goddamn
hit Ferris in the
22.
chest. The men exchanged the vest at this time. Ferris shot Hicks 5 times in the back, although none of the bullets penetrated the protective vest. Ferris said he fired multiple.
Use the word penetrate.
Ferris said he fired multiple times into Hicks' back because he was angry about being shot. Goddamn son of a bitch shot me in the back. I'm gonna shoot him, which
Shoot
he
your
had
back.
requested.
Put your vest on.
But he requested it. He said,
Put your vest on. Let me shoot you.
the gun and the vest are both seized by police and possible charges await both.
The
men.
real question
Sounds
is,
about
were
right.
they on
They're
private
charging the
property or
gun.
public property? I mean, let's be real here.
Because
All
we
right.
know it's not drunken friends that shoot each other. It's guns that shoot each other.
The next, just scrolling down off of this one, it says Miami Beach woman bites boyfriend's private parts in anger. And look at her, she's like, I'll do it again.
That's next week's Florida story.
There it is.
In
So,
anger.
Yeah, that's can you imagine? You're just angry at somebody and like grab the vest and go outside and stand in the yard. I'll be out there in
Put your
10 minutes.
vest on.
Put your
Put
vest
your
on.
vest on. Get the ramen off the pool table and let's shoot you.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
That's a great story. So I did not plan any stories for this podcast.
That
Yep,
was
yeah,
you
we
had
know.
to-
We
so
know.
that was a
I know.
lie.
One
Alaric
job.
texted me. He's like, make sure you plan.
You literally just
talk
had to
about
write,
something.
oh, this thing happened, and then we can talk about that thing.
Yeah. Well.
All right, how about the
Here I
subway
am.
story?
I was just about to say
How about
the
the subway
parking
story,
story.
Austin?
You're gonna lose.
So you want me to retell the story?
Oh yes, tell the
From your
story.
point of view.
From my point of view, I was the star of the story.
Oh, fine.
So do
Well,
you
we
want?
got
Do you want me to
to-
tell the story instead?
Do you want
Austin?
Bill? Was Dylan a Chuck of the
Yeah,
story?
he's supportive.
Gotcha. He was the Chuck.
Anyway.
So we're not doing this narration. We're doing this
So-
autobiography. Go ahead.
So we go to
So-
lunch in high school.
It's pretty
and
great.
We're going to Subway.
Some of my greatest memories.
I'm sorry.
No, it's the Subway. The whole Subway thing. It's like you got to race there because everyone is.
Everybody goes there.
Oh, a lot of people go there, but it's also we got like 45 minutes for lunch, right, or something stupid like that.
If that.
So, and it's like 4 or 5 of us pulling into my Chevy Cavalier, and
Was this the day that you hit the car in the parking lot, or was that a different time?
I didn't hit any car in the parking lot.
The
Alaric
car
did.
hit
Oh,
me in the
no,
parking lot.
you hit the fucking.
No.
With you, we always used to do the.
Yes.
God damn it! Stop it!
So we pull into Subway and we notice in the space next to us this I think it was a truck.
It was a big old truck.
It was a
but
big-ass
even
truck.
had the like the dual wheels in the back.
Yeah, and it is completely like sideways.
It's
in the
diagonal
sky.
across, like,
it's-
4
it's-
spaces.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
In a
So-
completely empty parking lot.
Yeah, right. Completely different. And so we're walking up to Subway. It's like the 4 or 5 of us. I can't remember how many people are there, but I look over and we're passing the truck, and I go, well, we know who parked there, and I point.
Oh my
And
god!
there's a gentleman who is blind.
Because all you hear is a stick.
Just hear the
hitting
cane
ground.
hitting
You
the
hear it.
pavement.
Yeah, and he's walking around. So I point, and I'm like, well, we know who parked here. Just some golden.
Then after we
Some
left,
golden high school humor.
then after we left, Austin had to pull over to the side because we were still laughing about it so hard he couldn't see while he was driving.
What are the fucking odds that you see that and then a blind person just happens to walk down the street with no
You
no
have
dog,
to.
no friend, just by himself?
When
So-
God gives you
That was a
opportunity,
gift from God. Oh man.
So
that's just wholesome high school humor.
a similar incident happened about 2 weeks. Same Subway parking lot.
Same Subway.
Same Subway parking lot. And I pull up next to this this car. It's like a, let's just say it's just a small Ford car, right?
Yeah.
and the front bumper is all smashed in, and half of it's missing and everything.
Jesus.
And they're parked across 3 spaces. Somehow they only got across 3 spaces as opposed to 4.
Well, they didn't want anyone to hit their car.
Right. Anyways, so I pull into the space, and I literally am sitting there. I'm like, well, we know who parked there, and laughing at myself. And then this lady starts walking out, and she's got this grumpy scowl on her face, walking with like a hutch over. And I was like, I turned to Oliver, who's in the car, and I said, $5. That's the person who parked in that car. And she walks right past my car and goes, beep, beep.
Gotta lock it. Make
She
sure
locked
you
it.
steal it.
Yeah, Jesus
Did you have a
Christ.
license plate that said
All of
Karen
us.
for life?
Yeah, right.
And I was just like, oh, that brings back fond memories.
And now your son owes you $5.
Now my son owes me $5.
Very
And
nice.
if he doesn't
Very
pay,
nice.
Where's
there's
my
gonna be
money?
Consequences.
Money. Do it.
Oh, wrong one.
Money.
Money.
I always sound like
So,
a
yeah,
deaf
so
guy.
It's a good Subway story. Yeah. It's a good Subway story. There's
But
plenty
since
of-
Dylan
there's
brought
plenty
up-
of
That's our
stories
next
from ours.
sponsor.
Have you guys
Subway.
seen? Have
Subway.
you seen the? There's a Chinese restaurant that has a delivery car, and can we? This is
Clay,
Terrible.
just spit it out.
Just talk
there's
the
a
shit thing.
there's a I think it's like Dragon 1 or something like that. It's like a Toyota Corolla, like an older one, and it is all banged up. And I'm like, really? You couldn't just make it kind of just try not to mess this car up? I was like, oh my
the,
god.
the one with your
Oh,
establishment on the side.
I am merging. Good luck, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
There goes our audience.
I
We
merged
are gonna
now.
be
Good luck,
canceled.
everybody else.
No comment.
Not if we cancel them first. I cancel you.
I cancel you.
Oh,
I'm Dave Chappelle. I love to be canceled.
Dude, Dave Chappelle.
He's the
Can we talk about that?
He's the best.
I did
let's do
anybody watch that thing?
No,
I watched
haven't
it.
watched it yet.
Watch it.
It's
I haven't,
good.
I haven't watched
I'm not
it.
gonna
Is it
ruin it.
still on Netflix? I
Yeah.
thought they were
Yeah, it's
taking it
good.
off.
No, they said
I did
we're gonna
see-
walk out, and they're like, "Bye."
Bye.
Netflix released
and then
their
the
thing
CEO
yesterday, I
said
think.
that well, maybe I was a little harsh on that.
No,
You think?
No,
You know what,
Netflix
He
released their
he
thing.
Like
They
half
said
backtracked. On
they
it.
they said they support the people who want to walk out and protest over it, but that they also support free speech. And
Yeah.
they said that we're not going to take it off.
but this is my problem. If anybody watches
I haven't
that,
seen it yet.
the only thing he says that I could see that would be like, oh, he said all these feminists hate me. He said I don't know why. All these bitches hate me. I was like, okay, that's it.
Dude, it's comedy.
It's a comedy. Can you
It's
imagine
comedy.
if like old comedy was like they played it now, they would cancel everybody.
They're
Like
trying
Don
to do
Rickles?
that.
Can you
That's why
imagine
Steve
Don
Chappelle
Rickles
didn't
going?
want to come back for the Office reunion because he's like,
Did you say Steve
did I say Steve Chappelle?
Steve Chappelle, everybody. You heard it here
Stroke?
first.
He said,
Sorry
"Back
about
on."
my. I have.
Back on me. Come on, man. Pam.
Oh my god.
Get over here, Pam.
Steve Carell.
Yes.
Steve Carell said he didn't want to come back for the
Dave
reunion
Carell.
because Michael Scott would not work anymore.
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
When he's sitting there making fun of
He's legendary.
Try my
Oscar.
cookie.
No, when he's talking to Oscar, he's like, he kisses him, and he's just like, that would not. No, I just don't. But if you watch it, please watch it. If you,
That's the funniest thing ever.
he
All
talks,
These bitches hate me.
dude. It's
Why
he's like,
the
I
fuck
can't
is-
figure out why these bitches hate me. It's like,
I'll
wait a
tell you
minute.
what though, as I was watching it though, I noticed there's like the whole crowd's loving it, right? And then there's these two ladies.
It's a
in the
meme.
crowd.
Yep, they've been zooming in
Yeah,
on those
they're
two
zooming,
ladies.
and
the
they
whole
were just
time.
not
not
laughing.
having it about halfway
didn't laugh at
through. They were like,
anything. But the
Just
thing
a couple
is,
trolls, man.
is he 100%? But it just doesn't make any sense because I watched it and he even's like, I support you guys. You guys can do whatever you want. He's like, I don't care.
well, the people protesting
but
it truly didn't give it a shot.
the
They
funny
just
part
saw
is-
the headlines and the taglines about it, and they
My
just,
favorite is when he's talking about, I'll probably get canceled after this because I'm Dave Chappelle, transphobic comedian. But then he goes, one of my best friends, she ended up, Daphne,
Yeah.
the
But they haven't seen it.
No, this is on Sticks and Stones.
Oh.
He talks about her, but it's kind of new.
Oh, I haven't watched that one either. That's like is that the 19
What?
or the 17 one?
All right, Dylan is currently getting his head cut off.
Sticks and Stones is from last year.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one then.
You serious?
It's even better than
It's
this
not
one.
from last year. It's from like last year.
Was it
2
2019?
years ago.
That's what I meant to say.
We
last year.
Jesus.
before
Wow.
the thing happened.
Anyway, closer is funny, but it's not nearly as funny as Sticks
It's
and
more
Stones.
of like explaining
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones, but it's still funny. He's got a couple. Clifford, that one made me laugh. But he doesn't rag on them. That's what doesn't make any sense. He's just like, well, you guys do this and we do that, and then he starts talking about Daphne, which is a transgender comedian.
I just don't think that like comedians should have to censor themselves.
But listen, so
because it's comedy.
he talks about Daphne.
You
He's
could
like-
just not listen to him
He said he
if you
met
don't
her.
like them.
Don't listen to them,
He met her. Yeah, that's
or
it.
just freaking laugh because it's a joke.
Yeah. But
She
he
said
ta-
she felt validated because he actually made jokes about him.
Well, he goes, yeah.
Oh,
He's like, I have a friend that was transgender, and she came to the show. Ended up being she was a comedian herself, so he had her open, and he said, and she bombed hard as shit. And he said, so after that, he was doing his comedy, and then somebody in the audience yelled out, "Does the carpet match the drapes?" And she popped up and says, "I don't have carpet. I got hardwood floors." And then everybody started laughing. They all had a good time talking about everything. He's like, and it was like we all had a conversation with Daphne, and it was like hilarious.
Yeah.
He said she was killing, but yeah, it's just I don't get how that is all transphobic, and I don't know. I think it's dumb. I think he's hilarious, and I think he explained it literally in the most classic way.
Well, you can't cancel Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's the GOAT.
Like you really can't. Like he lives in fucking.
He
Yellow
said to
Springs.
cancel. He said, "What the five fingers say the face? Slap."
The best one he ever did was that Killing Them Softly one special he did like 20 years ago.
Didn't see it.
That's where he did the going through the ghetto in a limo, and there's a baby standing on the corner at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I wanted to help the baby, but I wasn't gonna get out the car. And he said,
there was a baby
Baby,
on the
what are you
corner."
doing on the corner? It's 3 a.m. He said, I'm selling weed. He said, oh shit.
I got scared, so I had to calm down. So I bought a bag.
He said he was in that limo, and like the driver like lost all his professionalism. He was like, "Oh, how you doing there, sir?" Bring. Oh, hold on 1 second. Excuse me. Hello. What? No, fuck that, I'm on my way. We gotta make a pit stop. He said it's 3 a.m. driving through the ghetto in a limousine. He's like, I look outside, I see gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store. That's the one where he did the chivalry is dead and women killed it.
Oh yeah.
He said if a man could fuck a woman in a cardboard
I've
box,
only
he
seen
wouldn't buy a
clips
house.
of it. Yeah.
He said men don't like nice cars. Men get nice cars because they know women like nice cars.
Yeah.
The nice car is the bait. They go, ooh, nice Porsche. Gotcha, bitch. It is like 20 or 21 years old, and I still think it's one of the best stand-up specials
It's
ever.
kind of funny to see him progress and hear his voice get so deep.
Mhm.
You're like, he
Yeah.
went from Killing Softly to Sticks and Stones. You're like,
Whoa.
he's definitely like 50 or something.
I think he's older than that.
But
I think he's older
Anyway.
than that for sure.
so yeah, I don't know. If you guys get a chance to watch it, I think it's quite hilarious, and I don't think
Yeah.
it's mean at all. And the people that are saying that
It's
really
comedy.
didn't watch it.
It's comedy.
They just heard things, they triggered themselves, and then wrote stuff down.
Triggered themselves.
Yeah. So
So you know what really grinds my gears?
What really
Are
grinds
we,
your
we're doing
gears?
this?
Stop sealing my fast food bags when you hand it to me in the window. Does that not drive anybody else crazy?
Like,
Oh, goddamn.
like it's
Like-
not gonna be any more sanitary than you
No, yeah, they
handling
literally.
the food, putting it in the
Oh
bag.
my God, we should
Like,
talk
like
about
they
something
they
else.
hand me the bag. I went to Taco
Oh,
Bell the
sealed.
other day.
Like, I think
Yeah,
it's
sealed.
rolled down. You
No,
mean like with a
S-
sticker?
like
I
SEALA,
thought you
like
were
we're like
Clay
Taco
thought he was
Bell.
talking about seals.
I didn't get one this
Stop
morning.
giving me a seal every time I order Taco Bell.
I didn't get one this morning, but I also didn't get Baja
And
Blast.
it's also over 3 inches. Of
They
the top
fold
of the
they
bag.
fold the bag and there's a sticker that says sealed for you. I'm like, now I'm just gonna hold up the line because I have to rip it open and make sure you didn't fuck this up.
Yeah, right.
Because it's
They literally
never
fucked
the right
this up.
order.
I said, "Can I get a Baja Blast?"
And they gave
we
us
probably
regular
shouldn't
Mountain
talk
Dews.
shit about our sponsors.
No. We're not talking about the West Carrollton location.
Yeah,
we're
that's
talking
totally
that
about
has Taco Bell breakfast.
we're talking
Taco Bell
about the
breakfast is
Middletown location
Yeah,
that needs to get their shit together.
Taco Bell breakfast is back.
You serious?
So stupid. No,
Yeah, that is.
Or
that's
like
just
I
out the
saw
door.
I saw
Like,
one
I
in the
don't understand
midst
that.
of the pandemic where it was I think it was a Burger King where they they were at the counter inside, and they took the bag, set it on the counter. The person went to grab it, and they went, no. They put it in a plastic tub and slid it 6 inches to them.
Jesus Christ.
Because God forbid knows that they're not actually touching your food back there.
Somebody somewhere sat down and was like, step 1, we put everything in a bucket. Step 3,
Money. My favorite. So we went down to where were we at? Myrtle Beach, and we went to a location that sells tacos. And when I purchased I forget what we even got, but anyway, they hand it in a like metal thing, but they already touched the bag. I think it was Del Taco is what it was.
yeah, shitty
Free
Del Taco.
shabakadoo.
They handed it to me in like a metal crate thing. And they're like, here you go. And I was like, okay, where's my change? They're like, oh, it's in that little bag that they put their food in. They're just like, yeah, it's in that. And I was like, opened it up.
That's
I'm
more
like,
unsanitary than.
well, they
I like where
before
they're
they
not
put it in
allowed.
there, it doesn't
I know.
matter.
I like where they're not allowed to touch your bag, but they still take your credit card with their
Right.
bare hands.
Exactly.
They're like
And their
this,
mask is a chin diaper under
Yes.
their.
and they lick it because it doesn't scale it. Put it in. Oh, there we go.
It's
And
time
on their
for you to
gloves,
sit.
they don't have any fingers like covered. Like they rip all the fingers off because they got to deal with money. You
Right.
seen that? Oh yeah.
Because they have to
The
use the
one right
touch
up here.
screen.
Yeah.
It's time we just take our own lives in our hands and assess,
Oh,
risk assessments.
Yeah.
thank God you said in our
All right,
hands.
we're sick of this.
I thought it was. It's time we
Yeah.
take our own lives. What?
I
What?
agree.
Well, that's
Time
what
to
I
take our
mean.
lives.
Some of this
in our
crap
hands.
makes me want to take my own life. This shit's crazy.
You serious?
No.
I was in the car the other day and I just lost my shit. Because then the girl with 17 colors hair was staring at me like I was holding up the line while I opened the sealed bag
To make sure
to
your
look
food
through.
was correct.
And guess
She had
what?
blue hair.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It was like I was like this. I had like I don't know 3 things, and I looked in and there was like 1 hard taco, and I was like, what? And there was no
Hold
sauce or anything. I went, excuse me.
Knock on window.
Ridiculous.
Have you had that too, where you drive up and they don't speak a word?
Yeah.
Drives like what? The
Or they
hell?
go, how may I help you? And then you hear them talking. They're like,
No,
"Yeah,
no,
we
no,
got
no,
that,
not
blah, blah."
not
And
on
you're
the
like,
speaker.
oh.
Like when you get to the window and they
don't
just
kinda
go, they
look
just
at
go.
you.
They hold out their hand, and I'm like, "Fuck you!"
You want my muggle plastic?
No,
I'm like, I'm like, tell me how much it is.
Well,
so I
Dylan,
just,
what do you want them to do?
Yes, Dylan.
I want them to tell me what the price is.
he wants the
You really
pizzazz.
don't remember the price?
Well, have you not had that happen where they don't say anything and then they swipe the wrong order on your card?
No.
I've
They're
had
like,
that happen.
oh, I thought your order was 52 freaking soft tacos.
Literally, like
Jesus
one time
Christ.
I had like a $4 order and they swiped it and my phone went off
And
on
they
the
still don't give you
notification
what you
and it
paid
was
for.
$13 and I went no, and
Wait
they were
a
like, is this
minute.
not
He
you?
just
And I
has his
said,
phone.
no.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
This is only supposed to be $12.75.
I almost got talking about your phone going off. I woke up super early to go to work yesterday. I woke up at like 5 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. And I look at my phone and it says $106 was taken out by Instacart. And I said, what? What? So they had a free, like a free trial while we had COVID like a few weeks
Yeah.
back. And so we were like, okay, well, we'll use that Instacart to have stuff delivered. And then I started realizing how
Oh,
expensive
yeah.
Instacart is.
It's freaking
And I
crazy.
never took it
Yeah.
off. So after 7 days or whatever, then it finally was like it asked me and it gave me so many days to say no,
Uh-huh.
and I never did.
Uh-huh.
And I look at my phone and it says, right, Pat, somebody took $106 out of your thing and it was from Instacart. And I was like,
The hell they
how
did.
did they do $106 and order nothing? And I go into Instacart and it says I signed up for the monthly, like $10 a month. And I was like, I don't remember doing that.
That still doesn't count for the other $96.
11 months ago.
But then I was like, well, I wonder if I can cancel it. And dude, I canceled it and I got all my money back. And I was almost like, well, Instacart, maybe I kind of want to spend some money with you because you're cool as fuck. Because I've never
So I
accidentally.
signed back up.
That's how they
Gave
get
them $109.
Then it says you can only sign out once. Like, dang it. No, I've never ever in my life had a subscription where you forget to do it. like forget to take it off or whatever, and then it like immediately signs you up for like a month or whatever. When you call them, they're like, "Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. We can't do that."
Usually,
So
she just
Instacart,
pay
not
it
a
and
sponsor.
Could be.
Let's
Could
get
be.
Instacart.
Could
Not a sponsor. Stop it.
I'm too cheap to have anybody deliver anything for me, though.
I am too. I ended up as just calling people. I was
Well,
like,
my
"Can
wife
you-"
and I have just like my wife and I.
You're
like you,
married?
Like you guys don't know. Taylor and I have.
That is his wife.
I mean, I've probably spent $1 million on DoorDash.
There's
last
no
2
way.
years. Dude.
No way.
Dude.
You live in West Carrollton.
Dude.
You ain't got $1 million.
I am serious. I have probably. I mean,
Have you seen their house? It has a kitchen. All right.
I'm lazy, and it's really not that bad. We ordered Taco Bell.
I
And I
would
was like,
rather
well,
like
it's-
I've done it for 2 years. Like I'd rather just you
Yeah.
bring it to me. You know?
Yeah, it is really nice.
I'd rather you bring it to me.
It is
Personally.
super. But the only thing that sucks.
I wish I could tell you exactly how much I've spent.
I'm too cheap.
I
I hate
ordered-
delivery fees. I hate tipping people when I can just go pick it up.
I was
myself.
working on
We've dropped
something.
way too much on DoorDash ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah, you do.
wonder how much I can.
You do.
I
I was.
wonder if I can tell you. how
I
much
think I
I've
was
spent.
working on a car or something in a garage, in my buddy's garage, and I DoorDashed. It was like
Dude.
1 a.m. It was at. Good lord.
Are you shitting me? Also, that's in
This
the
is
past. That's in the
19
past 17 hours, dude.
I know, dude. Dude, I'm telling you.
What you're missing is
It's
he is
20 a
scrolling through a
time.
list
Oh,
of
what's funny is
40 orders.
so I ordered at like 1 a.m. I ordered what's this right here?
It's all right. Take your time.
Not Hardee's. They have the Big
Rallies.
Buford Rallies.
Rallies.
Ordered at like 1 a.m. and I was like, perfect. It's not that far away, but I'm not driving there because I got to get this done. And I was like, okay, what time is it? And I looked at my phone. It was 3, and the food wasn't there still. And I was like, said
This
she was
this
there.
rallies closes at 8 o'clock.
No, this was before.
it
This
doesn't?
was BC.
It does now.
This was BC before COVID.
So,
Before the
I've
Rona.
never heard that. That's
You never
good.
heard
I
that?
like that.
But so I looked at my phone. It was 3. And I was like, man, it's kind of late. I wonder what the heck's going on. And then I look at my phone and I get a text, and she goes, "They were out of this, so I had to get you this." And I was like, "Okay, no problem. Why are you 2 hours late? I literally ordered this
2
2
hours?
hours ago. I ordered it at 1. I got it at 4
they were out
a.m.
of hot sauce.
I got it at 4 a.m. And I was like, what is wrong? And then I immediately touched the bag and I'm like, oh, it's cold. Cool. That's what I wanted. Just eat my cold sandwich. And then I had a milkshake with it. And it was literally
Liquid.
water on the bottom. I was just like, yeah.
My burger was cold and my milkshake
Oh, the
was
fries
warm.
were awful too. There was no crispiness left to it.
Oh,
I was like, did
Rallies,
you get it?
Rallies has the
And
best
then
fries.
fries.
drive
Fries are good.
around? I don't know what she did.
We should probably stop talking about people who are not our sponsor.
So we talk crap about Taco Bell? You want to keep talking crap about Taco?
So we've got a whole
No,
bunch
we
of
were shit-talking
sauces from
Del
Taco
Taco,
Bell
remember?
here. Let's read some of the captions off of
Be
these.
your best self.
You,
got
thank you,
this.
Taco Bell sauce. You've
Let's-
inspired me.
Rice. Oh, it's not rice.
It says rice.
and
I read
shine.
Rise and Shine as he said, rice.
Rice and shine.
This
baby.
breakfast salsa says you've got this.
Today is the day.
It's going to be amazing.
This breakfast salsa says, "I'm just getting started, baby."
Ready for anything. Give that one to
I
Haley.
want some brutally honest.
This
backups.
hot sauce says fuck me in the ass.
You're
This
cute.
It
hot
actually
sauce
says I'm
says-
okay with that.
This one says apply anally.
This one says, "Raw dog it, baby." It's going to be amazing. is
Taco
what it
Bell.
says.
This
Taco
this one
Bell,
has
we
a
love
fill in the
you.
blank. It says I like blank. What does the mild sauce like,
You know
Austin?
what you like. Any plans?
Prime rib.
They're all like,
Prime rib.
they're all suggestive. You know what I mean? What's
Any
this one say?
plans?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's all good.
Any plans?
Well, Austin, thank
Yeah.
you for coming and joining us today.
How long has it been?
It's,
like-
it's been almost an
I
hour
haven't
now.
seen you in
Jesus
3
Christ.
years.
Oh,
That's
since
He
we
just
last
had
saw
a
you?
baby.
That's not
8
right.
months
The
ago.
baby's 3 years old, right?
How old is your baby?
Whose
baby is this? She was 4 months 2 weeks ago. Now she's 3 years old.
She's actually
COVID time.
talking right now.
BC.
She's driving already.
Yeah, I'll bring her next week. She'll have a good story to tell. So you
Oh,
guys
you're
do-
coming back next week?
I
Are you
really
doing
want
this
Austin.
week?
Is this? Are we? Are you gonna be a repeat visitor, Austin?
I mean,
This is every Saturday.
This is a
Yeah.
good time. At
I
12
like-
normally is when we meet.
All right. So I guess
Well,
we
I say
are
we do it
trio.
earlier.
And
I-
next time, your ass is over here, all right? That's my seat.
No.
You know, I'm okay with earlier. If we can all do, can you do earlier? Like this time?
Are we
10?
really gonna play
Yeah, we
the
can- we
next
can do- we can
podcast
do-
on the podcast?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yes.
Podcastception.
We gotta let them know.
Oh, does it just go straight out? You don't
Yeah.
edit it or anything?
No, it's not.
Hell no!
We
That's
just,
too
we
much
just
work.
upload
No,
it
no,
right after
no.
we're done.
And
This
it's
was good. This was good. Thanks for having me on,
Good.
guys.
I'm
We didn't get
so-
to talk about my book, but it's okay.
You have a book?
What's your book entitled?
His book's coming out?
I don't want to talk about it.
Let's hear it.
Wait.
Come
That
on,
wasn't
Austin,
just
what's
a
your-
that
No,
wasn't
this
just
is
a one-liner.
Truffle Shuffle.
Are you actually doing some shit?
No. fuck
It's
no.
a Truffle
I'm not
Shuffle
writing a book.
exclusive.
Yeah. No.
Proctology and You
It's
by
just
Austin Reyes.
it's just his diary. Dear diary.
Your
Today,
proctologist and you.
today.
How to
my
know if
wife-
he is actually licensed.
Yeah, right.
If he has both arms on your shoulder, he's probably not licensed. Like, whoa!
Oh
If you can
my
feel
God.
2 hands during the exam, you have a lawsuit.
Something's not right.
If he uses a fist instead of a finger,
If he has ass guy as his license plate,
his license plate is ass.
If he
Ass
gives you
man,
a
that's
pillow
what it
to
is.
bite,
on Seinfeld.
And it says assistant manager.
Assistant.
No, it's his
assistant to the assistant.
Ass. Oh
That's
my
good.
gosh!
That's
No, we
good.
should totally have him back.
All right, well,
Well, I'd love to
that,
be back,
I
gents.
think that's where we end
Thanks
it
for
right
having me.
there. Is
Yeah, this is,
Ass play.
this is a
Thank
good
you.
time.
Thank you for joining us,
Yeah,
Austin.
you're welcome. Yeah.
And
All
thank
right,
you,
everybody.
the
Thanks,
listeners.
Thanks for
my
listening to
pleasure.
the Truffle Shuffle podcast. We'll,
Find us.
We'll see everybody next week.
Find us
See
where
you
all
later.
podcasts
Can we
are
get a little
found.
exit music here?
Oh
Oh, yeah, where's our little?
It was a good show.
Some exit music.
That's all right. Take your time. All right.
Also,
Yeah.
remember to subscribe, hit that bell pill.
Don't forget to
You're
subscribe,
done.
share the
You're done.
video.
Hit that bell icon,
touch
and
that
we'll
bell.
see ya on the next one.